Burgundy explained, Pinot and Chardonnay from Côte d'Or. If Bordeaux is about blends, Burgundy is about purity. This region in eastern France produces some of the most famous and expensive wines in the world. But unlike Bordeaux, which relies on mixing grapes, Burgundy is focused on just two: Pinot Noir for red and Chardonnay for white. The heart of Burgundy is the Côte d'Or, a narrow strip of land whose soils and slopes produce wines of incredible character. For beginners, Burgundy can feel complicated with its patchwork of villages and vineyards. But once you understand the basics, you'll know what to expect in the glass and how to shop with confidence. Let's start with the grapes. Red Burgundy is Pinot Noir. That's it. No blends, no extras, just Pinot. Pinot Noir here is lighter in color than Cabernet or Syrah, often pale ruby with garnet edges. Smell it, and you'll often find red fruit like cherry, raspberry, or strawberry, along with earthy notes like mushroom, forest floor, or dried leaves. With age, Burgundy Pinot develops flavors of leather, truffle, and spice. On the palate, it's light to medium-bodied, with high acidity, soft tannins, and incredible elegance. White Burgundy is Chardonnay, but don't think of the big, buttery California style. Burgundy Chardonnay is more about balance and minerality. In cooler areas, you'll smell green apple, pear, lemon, and chalky minerality. In warmer spots, the flavors lean toward peach, apricot, or honey, often with subtle oak notes of vanilla, toast, or hazelnut. On the palate, white Burgundy is medium-bodied, with refreshing acidity and a long, clean finish. With age, it can develop nutty, honeyed complexity. So what makes these wines so special? It's the land, the terroir. Burgundy is divided into small vineyard plots, each with its own soil, slope, and microclimate. That's why you'll see so many different names on Burgundy labels. But don't worry, we can simplify it. The Côte d'Or is split into two main sections, the Côte de Nuits in the north and the Côte de Beaune in the south. Côte de Nuits is red wine country, famous for Pinot Noir. Villages like Gevry-Chamberin, Chambol-Musigny, and Vos-Romany produce some of the finest Pinot in the world. Expect wines that are elegant but powerful, with red fruit, earth, and spice. If you like Pinot Noir that has depth and complexity, Côte de Nuits is your spot. Côte de Beaune is more balanced, producing both red and white. It's home to legendary white Burgundy from villages like Meursault, Puligny-Montrachet, and Chassagne-Montrachet. These Chardonnays are world-class, combining fruit, acidity, and minerality with layers of flavor. The reds from Côte de Beaune, like Pomade or Volnouille, are often lighter and more approachable than their Côte de Nuits cousins, with softer fruit and earthy notes. So how do you know what style you'll enjoy? If you like reds that are light, elegant, and earthy, with flavors of red fruit and mushroom, Pinot Noir from Burgundy is a great choice. If you're used to bold Cabernets or Syrahs, it may feel lighter than you expect, but that's the beauty of Pinot. It's all about finesse, not power. If you like whites that are crisp, mineral, and balanced, Chardonnay from Burgundy is perfect. These wines aren't dominated by oak or butter. They're focused on purity of fruit and the taste of the soil. Let's break it down further with some shopping cues. If you see Bourgogne Rouge or Bourgogne Blanc on the label, that's entry-level Burgundy, made from grapes grown across the region. These are affordable introductions to Burgundy style. If you see a village name like Gevry-Chamberin, Chambol-Musigny, or Meursault, that means the grapes come from that specific area and the wines show more character. If you see Premier Cru on the label, that's a step up from specific vineyard sites within a village. These wines are more complex and age-worthy. And if you see Grand Cru, those are the top vineyards, producing the rarest and most expensive wines. These bottles can cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars, but they represent the pinnacle of Burgundy. Let's talk about food pairings. Red Burgundy, with its bright acidity and earthy flavors, pairs beautifully with roast chicken, duck, pork, or mushroom-based dishes. It also works with salmon or tuna, making it one of the most versatile reds. For vegetarians, try it with roasted root vegetables, lentil stews, or mushroom risotto. White Burgundy, with its crisp fruit and minerality, pairs well with seafood, poultry, and creamy sauces. It's excellent with scallops, lobster, or roast chicken. It also pairs beautifully with soft cheeses like brie or goat cheese. For vegetarians, it's a natural match with vegetable gratins, risotto, or creamy pastas. Spotting Burgundy in a blind tasting comes down to its elegance and balance. If you taste a red wine that's pale in color, smells of red fruit and earth, and feels light but structured, it's probably Pinot Noir from Burgundy. If you taste a white that's crisp, mineral, and balanced, with apple, lemon, or hazelnut flavors, it's likely Chardonnay from Burgundy. Here's the takeaway. Burgundy may seem complicated, but it's really about 2 grapes and 1 strip of land. Pinot Noir in the north, Chardonnay in the south. Reds that are elegant and earthy, whites that are crisp and mineral. Entry-level bottles labeled Burgundy are great introductions, while Village, Premier Cru, and Grand Cru wines show more depth and prestige. So the next time you pour a glass, remember, look at the color. Pale ruby for red, golden straw for white. Smell the red fruit and earth in Pinot, the apple and chalk in Chardonnay. Taste the elegance, the balance, the minerality. That's Burgundy simplified. 2 grapes, 1 region, endless character.